Hi everybody, Nancy here. Okay, today I'm going to do planner accessories part 5. How to make pendants and other shapes using existing shapes. And if you look at all of these shapes right here, they're made with 3 different shapes that ZoomNotes has already. You've got the square, these 2 ends are the square, and then this is a rectangle. Now this could be a diamond that is symmetrical. um, you could use either one. But if I wanted to make this arrow right here, all I would need to do is take take the square and the rectangle and put them together and make sure the corners are together. Let me, it's hard to see. Well, I can't see with the little, okay, I've got to select it again. The little red boxes were distorting it slightly. Okay, so now I've got that close enough, and then go to the other end. If I want that little cut in part, you know how you used to do ribbons. I don't know if any of y'all used to do your own ribbons. We used to do that when I was growing up. Uh, just take another square and make it a different color. That way you'll know what to delete out. See, you're going to keep the pointed end, so you want it the same color as the body. But you want this one, we're going to erase that, so we need it to be a different color. Now I'm going to shrink it down a little bit, and now get the grab tool. If you go to the tools up at the top, grab is under image tools down toward the bottom. It's on the far right. Do the grab. If you've watched any of my videos, whoa, okay, undo, unlink. Sorry. See, that's the problem I have. I do that all the time. I accidentally, when I'm going up towards the menu up at the top, I accidentally hit another document, and it opens that up. I do it all the time, and then I try to figure out, well, where am I? How did I get here? But anyway, so I get my grab tool and shrink it down to fit. And you don't have to go all the way to the end like that. You can just go here because you just need that inside part. All right, now just hold your pen down on it and get the copy, do the paste. And see, obviously, if you were doing this version right here or this version right here, you don't have to deal with, all of these are just the flat on one end. So I take that but I'm going to do both of them at the same time. That's why I want to go ahead and do that. Because once you see it once, you know what I'm doing. So I've got the paste now. I need to select it. Go to transparency and get the fill tool. And there you have your pointed arrow with the dug in part. Now, I want to show y'all something while I'm here because I don't think I ever mentioned it. If at some point when you change to the paint tool or whatever and you're using your pen to go back and forth on the display, that determines how big your paintbrush is. If you go too far and it disappears, no amount of dragging is going to make it come back. So all you have to do is click on the gear and get it back that way. Okay, that's just a little extra tip. All right, so now I have this arrow. Okay, now to create, let me get this right here. I take this shape. I'm going to create these 2 banners, and I want to give it a little dip. If you notice right here, I've got a little curve, so I'm doing just like I did to create the shadows the other day. I'm using an oval, and I'm going to go ahead and get both ends, and I can reshape the triangle pendant once I've got it cut. So I'm just going to, again, it's just one of these arrows that I just created, and an oval you can see in the brown. So I'm going to do my grab tool again and get that shape. Pull it in and do copy, paste. Well, I had my pointer tool, that my teacher pointer tool. Come on. Let me get paste up here. I don't know why I fight this. All right, so now I've got that. I pull it into transparency, and I just I change it to the fill, get rid of the brown and all the white around it and the black. Now, I know that because there is a shadow there, the oval had a shadow, and I thought about turning that off because I know this is going to be an issue, but I like having that shadow at the top of the banner, so I left it. Now I'm going to change it to paint and just paint out this extra part, and I just know that the shadow is too close to the green, and it grabs the whole arrow instead of just the shadow. Okay, so I do save. Now I've got the two parts. I need to go into crop and do the crop and save. So I'll do that part first. Save and continue. Sorry. I never get that right. I never guess it. And get that end of it and do done. Now I've got the two parts. And see, now I can stretch this to be, ta-da! And that's created that. Now what we're doing here, you see I'm using kind of a pukey green color. I'm saving those as templates so that whenever I need to create them again, they're already there. Okay, so I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. So that one I'm going to save as a symbol. Or not. Got to get the select tool, do the gear, save as symbol. Got to select it. Save as symbol. Create new symbol. And then do the same thing with that. Create new symbol. Now they'll be there, and I can change the color of them and use anything I want to later. Create new symbol. All right. Now, and see what I've done with some of them already here on the right. I just used the bucket tool and created a purple one, and I put a circle on it on top. So now I can take that one and fill it with another color. Let me do that with the lighter fill. This color, that blue, and tap that bucket on that to get a lighter blue. Now I can take that piece and drag it on top of the other one, and I have a place to write. And I need to straighten everything up. Everything's kind of I created it kind of at an angle, so I'd need to straighten that up. Go to the bottom down here. Well, it says it's 0 rotation, so we'll leave it. Okay, so now I can write something in, let's say I want to go get groceries, and then when I've done it, I can just check off my little circle. Or I could take one of these pendants, select it, make it wider, and turn it around and put it on the end of another one. Let me move some of this stuff. And then I've got a big old point and arrow. Ta-da. Again, if you think you're going to be using that a lot, you could go ahead and make a symbol of it. All right, let's see. And on the next page, I'm going to show you other shapes that I created doing the same exact thing. Now, here are my pendants that I created and did the different colors of my color palette. And to create the hanging wire, that's just an oval that I grabbed. So I go to the oval, change the style to oval or circle, and turn off symmetrical. Draw it and grab and erase the top edge of it, and you've got the rope at the top that you've got all your banners tied onto. Then, so let me get rid of that. Basically what I'm showing you here is that it's now at this point that you're thinking in these terms, you can create any shape you want. You know, this is just a circle that I created the half circle by cutting it off with a square. You know, just put a square on top of it and then took it into transparency and got the top off of it. And then I put it on top of a circle. You've seen these stickers that people have created, and now I can take this into transparency and get rid of it. And see, I think this one is, see, it's clear. So now that would be a symbol that I could save and use later. Let me go ahead and do that. And what I've decided is really and truly symbols are probably better a lighter color. But if you forget and you do it in black, which I started out doing, you could just take the opacity down. The problem with black is that when you use the bucket, the fill tool, create new symbol, the black shows through and it changes the color of what you're stamping or what you're filling it with. So I've started doing lighter colors for that. But again, all I have to do is take the opacity down. Now this banner, I've got hiccups again, is two separate rectangles that I did the fill. You know how I do the rounded edges with the gradient filling. And then this was actually a shadow that I created with something, but you know, I've changed it so much now to put it in places that it just looks like a gray square. And then here's our two banners again. You put it all together and you get a banner. All right. And here's a heart. I started with a diamond and put two ovals on it. Put two ovals angled on it and created a heart. So now you're pretty only limited by your imagination at this point. Now you see how to create the easy ones, and you can create, you know, if you go, I would do it right now, but I don't want to go to anybody's website specifically. But if you go to any sticker book thing, you can look at what they've done and recreate it now in ZoomNotes so that you can use your exact color scheme with the flowers that you created, you know, on my fill bucket, on my image. I decided that I like the black. See that I saved it with the no black, but I decided I like it with the black trim, so I need to save that. But oh well, let me just go ahead and show you that since it's there. So now all I have to do is drop that into that. Let's do a heart, or in the diamond. So now you've got shapes that match your your scheme of things. All right. Okay, that's it. That's all. Y'all can figure out from here on how to do this, and you don't have to buy stuff anymore. All right? Y'all have a great day here. Bye.